What is up, guys? UFC 305 prediction video out right now. Let's get it. I'm a little late, though. Usually I drop it on Sunday, but I dropped it today. Du Plessis versus Izzy. Just want to go over UFC Fight Night, Erceg versus Spivak. I got 8 picks right and 2 wrong. I got Gregorio, of course, my lock of the week. He dropped them, and he went into submission. Rightfully so, guys. My bad for lock of the week. Lock of the week streak ends today, but it begins today as well. So lock of the week did not hit, and Carl Williams did not hit. So 6 best bets, 2 of them did not hit. But the bonus fight doesn't go the distance hit, and we did pretty good in my opinion. I just hate getting 2 picks wrong that were on 6 best bets. So this week's 6 best bets, I'm getting 5 picks right and 1 wrong. I'm not even going to try to get 1 wrong. Let's go, guys. Right into the podcast. UFC 305, Du Plessis versus Izzy. This was supposed to happen earlier if Izzy beat Strickland, but Strickland ruined that, and now we have it a year later. Izzy wanted to fight Strickland. Izzy wanted to fight DDP very, very, very soon, right after he fought Whitaker. DDP said no, so he fought Strickland. And then he lost to Strickland. All right, Stewart Nicoll versus Jesus Aguilar. This is a pretty good fight to start off the prelims. Stewart Nicoll is undefeated. In my opinion, guys, flyweight is getting more and more stacked, guys. Steve Erceg, Kai France. Flyweight is fun, man. Plus 185 for Aguilar. And Stewart Nicoll's a minus 225 favorite. Australia versus Mexico. Hometown crowd is going to be on his side. 29 years old to 28. Flyweight division 5'5" to 5'4". His reach is not discrepant. It's not here, and I really want to know that, bro, because when we do the ceremonial weigh-ins, sometimes these guys are listed at 5'6" and they end up being 5'9". I think he should have a longer reach, Stewart Nicoll, but if he doesn't, that's going to be a big determining factor. Majority Tapology is going Stewart Nicoll to go by decision. I'm going to choose Stewart Nicoll to win this fight by unanimous decision, but I think Jesus Aguilar is nobody to mess with, guys. He beat this guy, Mateusz Mendoza, by split decision. When I saw that fight, I really got put on notice with Jesus Aguilar because I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was until his last recent fights. His loss to Taisa Taira is no shame in that, bro. Taisa Taira is he's a future title contender in my opinion. So no shame in losing to Taisa Taira. But I think Stewart Nicoll should be able to win this fight. He's making his UFC debut though, so we know that fighters win at like a 30% clip on their UFC debut. I don't know how accurate that is. I'm going to go Stewart Nicoll to win this fight, guys. I think the only thing is, though, this regional scene beatdown, I don't know what regional scene this is. I've never heard of this organization before, but we'll see. We'll see how good he is, guys. I'm going to go Stewart Nicoll to minus 225. I don't know much about him, but I'm going to do more tape study as this fight goes on. But Jesus Aguilar should put up a good fight, and I see this fight going the distance. So no matter what, I see one of these guys winning by unanimous decision. I'm going to take Stewart Nicoll to win by 29-28, unanimous decision. Next fight, guys, Kenan Song versus Ricky Glenn. How good is Ian Gary, guys? Because Kenan Song dropped Ian Gary. And then he got finished, but he dropped him. So we got to give the credit where it's due. He dropped Ian Gary. Ricky Glenn, the Gladiator, 22-8-2. And his opponent is 21 wins and 8 losses. Kenan Song has power, man. He lost to Kevin Josette. Kevin Josette is on a run right now. Ricky Glenn, Drew Dober, lost by KO. Christian Giagos, KO. He went to a draw with Grant Dawson. And then Kevin Aguilar, he lost. So this guy's pretty inactive too, guys, when we look in between his fights. It's a lot of... Okay, his last fight was 5 years and 8 months ago. I don't think we should ever see that at all. Minus 230 for Kenan Song, plus 190 for Ricky Glenn, 34 years old to 35, 170. I think this place... Okay, so he's coming from lightweight, but this takes place in the welterweight division. 6-0 to 6-0, 71 inch reach to 70.5. They have like a 1-inch discrepancy in reach. Kenan Song is the better fighter. He has way more power, in my opinion. His boxing is better. The only thing is, if you overwhelm him, he will break. Ricky Glenn, I can see him trying to shoot takedowns, but I don't see this fight ending in a finish. I don't know. I know a lot of people are going Song by KO, but I don't know. I feel like this fight goes the distance, but we never, take the safe side, guys. If there's an over 1.5, I'll take that. But I'm gonna be going Kenan Song to win this fight. I know a lot of people are gonna go by KO because Ricky Glenn has been KO'd in the past. He's been KO'd by time and time again. But I'm going to go Kenan Song by decision. Just to play it safe. He should be able to finish him, though. He should be able to finish him. Kenan Song, the assassin. These guys are nowhere near their prime. But if somebody's going to win, I'm going to go Kenan Song to win this fight by unanimous decision. 29-28, 30-27, 29-28. I think Ricky Glenn is tough. I know this sounds so dumb for me to say, but I think he's tougher than a lot of people expect him to be. I know he gets finished in round one. And I don't know, bro, but when his fights go like if he's not getting knocked out in the first round, he can pretty much go 15 minutes. So I'm going to go Kenan Song to win this fight by unanimous decision. Let's get it. 29-28. Tom Nolan, bro, versus Alex Reyes, bro. Tom Nolan. Did I go over the odds of that fight, guys? Because Kenan Song, what is he as a favorite? Minus 230, plus 190 for Ricky Glenn. Minus 230, parlayable. Tom Nolan versus Alex Reyes. The Big Train versus the Executioner. 7-1-0 for Tom Nolan. 13-4-0 for Alex Reyes. Plus 700. Huge underdog. One of the biggest underdogs on this card, guys. I don't even think Strickland was this much of an underdog against Izzy. I think Izzy was like a minus 670 or 700. And Strickland was like a plus 4 or something. Minus 1,100, bro. Minus 1,100 for Tom Nolan. Rightfully so, though, because Victor Martinez KO. He lost his last fight to Nicholas Mota. All right, bro. I don't know why this guy's a minus 1,100. 24 years old to 37 years old, Alex Reyes. 155 to 155. 6'3 to 5'11. 73 inches to 73. Identical reach. Everybody in Topology is going KO. Tom Nolan should be able to KO the Executioner. Mike Perry, damn, bro. This guy last fought Mike Perry 6 years and 10 months ago. 10 months and 3 weeks ago, Charlie Campbell by KO, left hook and right. Whole inactivity, bro. I'm going to go Tom Nolan, guys. I bet you everybody in MMA is picking Tom Nolan. I'm going to go Tom Nolan to win this fight by KO. I'll go first round. I'll go first round KO just because everybody's on it, guys. But be careful with these minus 1,100s. You know, sometimes you're making a parlay and then you just like, let me add him for like $4 extra. But then sometimes Tom Nolan, I don't know. I don't think he should be a minus 1,100. But if you want to use him as a parlay, use him. I'm going to go first round KO for Tom Nolan. That's actually going to be sick, bro, to start off the card. Jack Jenkins versus Herbert Burns. Jack Jenkins is a minus 550, plus 410 for Herbert Burns. 12-3-0 for Jack Jenkins. Herbert Burns is 11-5-0. I hate saying this, bro. I hate saying this about Herbert Burns, but I'm surprised he's still in the UFC. When I look at Jack Jenkins, in his last loss to Chepe Mariscal, I think his stock goes up because Chepe Mariscal just beat Damon Jackson. He beat him bad. Like, bad, bro. And people were talking about how Damon Jackson could probably wrestle, but Chepe Mariscal had that motherfucker hurt, like probably 30-25. But, so, bro, if you're getting finished by Chepe Mariscal, bro, that's fine, man. Chepe Mariscal is a beast. Herbert Burns, though, his losses to Julio Arce, Bill Algeo, and Daniel Pineda are bad. I think the elbows from the crucifix were bad from Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda just fought Nathaniel Wood. Had an awesome fight like that. Bill Algeo, exhaustion from damage. He got carried out the arena by Gilbert Burns. Minus 550 for Jack Jenkins. Plus 410 for Herbert Burns. 31 years old to 36. Featherweight division. 5'7" to 5'9". 68 inches to 74. I don't know if Herbert Burns is collecting a check or if he really wants this, bro. I like Herbert Burns, bro, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't even know how he KO'd Nate Landwehr, bro. I don't even know how. Like, that was so long ago, guys. Majority Topology's going KO. I'm going to go KO, too. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, guys. I'm on the Jack Jenkins hype train. I'm going to go Jack Jenkins by second round KO, though. I'm going second round. Just because Herbert Burns tends to get finished, maybe... Let's look. Herbert Burns. Round two. Decision. He tends to get finished in the second round. So I'm going to go round 2 finish for Jack Jenkins by KO. Let's get it. That's going to be awesome. Minus 550. I have more trust in Jack Jenkins, in my opinion. He's a good anchor. He might be... I don't like him as a minus 550, but he might be the anchor for my parlay. Casey O'Neill versus Luana Santos. Luana Santos is a beast, man. She just fought 4 weeks ago. Maria Apagova beat her by submission. Steps in to fight Casey O'Neill, guys. Casey O'Neill blocked me on Twitter, guys. If you guys, I'll try to show you guys right now. Casey O'Neill blocked me on Twitter because we had a lot of, things going back and forth. And I just feel like she thought that I was trying to talk shit about her, but I really wasn't. I was just saying, because she was talking about how she wants to beat she was talking about how she wanted to beat Valentina Shevchenko, and in my opinion, bro, like, I was like, no, bro, that would never happen. And I don't know, that has nothing to do with the fight though. But what I was trying to say was Casey O'Neill is kind of emotional, bro, because in my opinion, I know this doesn't matter at all, but Casey O'Neill should have she should have had a lot of more success than I used to thought at the beginning of her career. I thought she was gonna have a lot more success than I thought. And in my opinion, if she's facing Luana Santos right now, who just fought 4 weeks ago, bro, you better be prepared, bro. Because minus 150 Luana Santos, bro, I'm gonna jump on that. But I just want to see you guys. I just want to show you guys the tweet right now. I'm not gonna find it. I'm not gonna find it, bro. But I replied to her, bro, and I the way she replied back was very it doesn't matter. Who cares, bro? 9-2-0 for Casey O'Neill, guys. Casey O'Neill's last loss to Arina Lipski and Jennifer Maia are very bad in my opinion, guys. And I was trying to say that Casey O'Neill should have hit the pinnacle of her career already, and she should have been on a longer fight win streak, and she should have been able to beat Jennifer Maia. But we saw with Roxanne Marifi decision split that. Maybe she isn't as good as we thought. Plus 125 for the Scotland fighter. Brazilian fighters minus 150. 26 years old to 24. 125 to 125. 5'6 to 5'6. 69 to 67. Casey O'Neill has very good grappling. And that's what I wanted to tell you guys. I believe I was talking shit about her decision split. And she got very mad. She's like, oh, I was hurt, this and that, da 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 da. And I was like, bro, like, her mentality seems like it's not the same in every single fight. Luana Santos, though. In my opinion, bro, her win against Stephanie Egger is her best win of all time. Her beating Stephanie Egger is her best win. Majority Tapology is going, this fight goes the distance. Some people are going Luana Santos by submission. She won her last fight by submission, but we have to remember Casey O'Neill is a very good girl on the ground. She's not as good as I expected her to be, but she has a longer reach. She's the longer fighter. She's going to be taller by a lot. I don't think they're exactly the same height. Luana Santos is probably going to struggle in the first round. Casey O'Neill is a very good first round starter, but she tends to gas sometimes, or she tends to look a little bit uneasy as the fight goes on. So give me Luana Santos to win this fight by 29-28 majority decision. I think she loses the first round though, but Luana Santos does start fast, and she's very good at winning a decision. And she's good at submissions, guys. So if you want the double chance, go submission or on points. But I'm going to take Luana Santos to win this fight by majority decision, 29-28, after losing the first round. Casey O'Neill, I wanted you to win, bro. I really like you, bro. Like, Casey O'Neill is so fucking awesome. All right, Josh Culibao versus Ricardo Ramos. Josh Culibao, hometown fighter. Josh Culibao had that amazing fight against Danny Silva, bro. Oh, my God, bro. I was biting my nails watching that fight. I was like this. I was biting my nails watching that fight, bro. I was scared. Josh Culibao is in that fight. Whether he gets dropped in the first round, he's in that fight, bro. He even won a round against Danny Silva, I believe. It was a split decision. Yeah. Some judges even had him winning the fight. He got dropped, showed that he had heart, came back, put up a great 15-minute performance. Minus 170 for Josh Culibao over Ricardo Ramos. Plus 145. Bro, Josh Culibao should be a minus 225 in my opinion. 16-6-0 for Ricardo Ramos. Ricardo Ramos, the butt scooter, lost against Julian Arosa, Charles Jourdain. He beat Danny Chavez. And then he lost to that guy. And then beat Bill Algeo by decision. 3 years ago, though. His last fight was 4 months ago, but between that, he has a little bit of inactivity. He took a little bit of a layoff right here in between. Minus 170 for Josh Culibao. 30 years old to 29, featherweight division, 5'10 to 5'9, 73 to 72. The only thing is Josh Culibao should not follow him to the ground. If Josh Culibao follows him to the ground, that's Ricardo Ramos' game. His whole game is based off of BJJ. And Ricardo Ramos is going to get another loss, in my opinion. I think Josh Culibao is way too good, man, in his boxing. He lost to Lerone Murphy, too, which, in my opinion, makes his stock go up even more because Lerone Murphy is a beast who's going to fight Dan Ige, and he's already in the top 15. So when we see this, bro, I definitely see a guy like Josh Culibao climbing up the featherweight division. His fight against, his fight against Danny Silva was what really put me on notice with him. I've watched that fight 10 times, bro. And him getting dropped and then coming back has impressed me more than anything that Ricardo Ramos has done. So even if I don't see this happening, but Ricardo Ramos drops Josh Culibao can still win this fight. The only thing is, if Ricardo Ramos wins, bro, he has won by spinning elbow and punches. But it was against Danny Chavez. But Ricardo Ramos is a wild card. So I'm going to go Josh Culibao to win this fight, guys, by majority decision. 30-27, 29-28. And I could see a late finish, guys. Second or third round. Josh Culibao is levels above Ricardo Ramos, in my opinion. So give me majority decision. If not, third round KO. Prelims, guys. Junior Tafa versus Valter Walker. Junior Tafa versus Valter Walker, bro. I just want to say something. I put $100 on Valter Walker in the middle of the fight against Lucas Brzeski, bro. I should have never done that, bro. That was the most stupidest thing I've ever done, bro. Because Valter Walker is trash. Like, bro, you have to avenge me, Junior Tafa. But I'm going to break this down fairly. But you guys know I'm biased already. Junior Tafa, 5-2-0. Last loss to Marcos Rodrigo de Lima. He stepped in on short notice for his brother who pulled out. Leg kicks, ground and pound, got KO'd. Muhammad Usman, he lost, got laid and prayed. Valter Walker, his last fight was a sloppy mess. But you could give him one round. But I know they gave him maybe 30-27, but he was laying down on Brzeski for like the last third and second round. But it wasn't enough. In my opinion, I should have never done that. No matter what. No matter if he's winning the fight or not. He made his debut. Terrible debut. -110 for Junior Tafa. -110 for Valter Walker. That is exactly why I did it, though. Because of the odds. I was like, fuck it. And I should not have done it. 27 years old to 26. 249 to 264. 6'3 to 6'6. 81-inch reach to 72. Valter Walker has potential, bro. He has potential. And I know this is fucking trash talking about the Walker brothers, but Valter Walker has potential. He can win these fights. But his fight IQ or his decision making is not where it's at. Junior Tafa is going to be spamming kicks. 72-inch reach to 81. Massive discrepancy in reach. I'm skipping this fight, bro. I'm not touching it, but I'm going to give my prediction. Valter Walker is huge, bro. And he should use his advantages more to his, utility. But I think Junior Tafa is going to spam leg kicks. Have a lot of more success than a lot of people expect him to. And I think Junior Tafa should be able to win this fight. Third round KO. But Valter Walker can win this fight by KO too. Junior Tafa has been cracked before. Valter Walker's a taller fighter. Has longer reach. I can see him putting a jab up all fight. Jabbing him. And then maybe getting leg kicked. And then maybe taking him down. Laying on him for 3 minutes. And then winning maybe a split decision. Because that's what Valter Walker does. He makes this fight more competitive than it should be. So give me Junior Tafa by third round KO. But later on in the week, guys, I might pick flip, guys. I pick flipped off of Chelsea Chandler and it was successful. I don't think I've lost a pick flip yet. But it's inevitable that I will. Jingliang Lee versus Carlos Prates. We are already on the main card. Lee, the Leech. Massive fan of him, bro. His first fight that I saw was against Santiago Ponzinibbio. That's when I saw him. I didn't see him against Neil Magny, but I rewatched that fight. But his first fight I saw live was Santiago Ponzinibbio. After that, I watched every single one of his fights live. I saw him beat Santiago Ponzinibbio, lose his Habza Shemaev, rear naked choke. Crazy first round. Muslim Saligov KO. Awesome fucking power. And then Daniel Rodriguez, which I thought he won that fight against split decision. Daniel Rodriguez is always that guy who wins a split decision, bro. That guy is a robbery for split decisions. Carlos Prates, the Nightmare, 19-6-0. This guy has tattoos all over his head. If you go on his Instagram, guys, this guy's smoking darts. And he's chilling with his girlfriend at a club partying. So let's see how this -230 looks against plus 190. Lee, The Leech is 36 years old, which is kind of sad because I thought he was a lot younger. He looks younger. I remember when he had his suit and the press conference got canceled, so I felt really bad. I got a hair in my eye or something. I felt really bad. I felt really bad because he wanted to show off his suit. Welterweight division 6-0 to 6-1, 72 inch reach 78. Carlos Prates finished Charles Radke, bro, bad by KO, bro. Bro, this guy's cool, bro. This guy is really cool in my opinion, and he's a phenomenal striker. Comes from Fighting Nerds, Gene Silva, all those guys. Fighting Nerds, man, those guys are beasts. Amazing team, bro. In my opinion, I think Fighting Nerds is better than Shoot the Box. And I know this is going to sound crazy, and Shoot the Box has Charles Oliveira and other people, but Fighting Nerds has a little bit more success overall throughout their entire camp. Leech hasn't fought in a year and 10 months ago. I think he broke his back. And I feel really bad because somebody said that the ligament surgery where they were trying to put his back together didn't work, or it wasn't successful. So he had to take more time off. So I hope Lee's okay and he doesn't get finished this fight. But I think Carlos Prates is going to finish this fight. I think he's going to finish him by KO. And I know this sounds so brutal because I don't want Leech to get finished. I love Leech. But I think Carlos Prates is going to finish him bad in the second round, bro. Carlos Prates starts off fast, bro. Majority Tapology is going Carlos Prates by KO. Carlos Prates, the way he starts is crazy. He downloads data. Knee. Bro, that guy is good, bro. Give me Carlos Prates to win this fight by second round KO. I'm going second round because I think the Leech is tough, and I see him shooting on Carlos Prates when he gets hurt. But I see Leech, his body being open. Carlos Prates loves to go to the body. He loves the body because he's so tall, and his knee can go all the way up to your chin, bro. So give me Carlos Prates to win this fight by second round KO over the Leech. I hate saying that. I hope it's by majority decision, though. I hope. I hope it's by majority decision. But I see second round KO. Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Tuivasa plus 160. Minus 185 for Jairzinho Rozenstruik. I've been watching Jairzinho Rozenstruik on Twitter since he beat Shamil Gaziev. But I've been watching his fights since he got into the UFC. I saw his fight against Cyril Gane. I know it was a long time ago, but it was 5 rounds. And Cyril Gane just danced all over him. And he just made easy work 5-0, in my opinion. Jairzinho Rozenstruik is a counter striker. And that's the biggest but in this fight. If you're a counter striker against Tuivasa is going to go. So you shouldn't be just waiting on the punch for him to go and then you go. But Jairzinho Rozenstruik has a lot of success being a counter puncher. Prior to that, he lost to Curtis Blaze decision, Alexander Volkov KO, and then he lost to Jalton Almeida submission. But his wins over Chris Dawkins and Shamil Gaziev are pretty good. Shamil Gaziev just beat somebody. Tuivasa's on a skid, bro. 14-7-0. I feel bad for Tuivasa, guys. Plus 160 for Ty. I think he should be a bigger dog. Cyril Gane, KO loss. Sergey Pavlovich, KO. Alexander Volkov, submission. Ezekiel, choke. And then Marcin Tybura, submission, rear naked choke. So 2 losses by KO and 2 losses by submission, guys. In my opinion, I see him losing by KO again. But if he's in his hometown, if he's motivated to do a shoey, that's all you need with Tuivasa. Tuivasa just needs to be happy, and he needs to be in the right headspace in order to win this fight. When he fought Derek Lewis, his camp was amazing for that. And he was getting taken down by Derek Lewis, but he got right back up, and he was able to finish Derek Lewis with elbows. I thought that fight he looked his best ever. So I thought he was gonna go on and he dropped Cyril Gane. I thought he was gonna at least put Sergey Pavlovich, at least drop him, but he's just swinging bang. 6'2", 75 inch reach to 78. With Jairzinho Rozenstruik, I can see him jabbing Tuivasa, jabbing him, and then winning a decision. But I know some people have that this fight doesn't go the distance, minus 600. So why would you put anybody to win this fight by decision? So I'm going to go Jairzinho Rozenstruik to win by KO. I don't know what round I'm going to go second round. I've been going second round this whole fight, this whole card. I'm going to go Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Biggie Boy to win this fight by second round KO. Tuivasa, Bam Bam. I like that thing that he does with his hands. Like the Western Australia, Sydney. I like that. So I'm going to be watching this fight. I hope it's a fun fight, bro. I'm going to go Jairzinho Rozenstruik by second round KO. Let's go. Let's get it. Mateusz Gamrot versus Dan Hooker, the Hangman versus the Gamer. Dan Hooker, Mateusz Gamrot 24-2-0 versus the Hangman 23-12-0. Bro, I love Dan Hooker. He's my favorite fighter, bro. Minus 260 for Mateusz Gamrot, plus 210 for Dan Hooker. New Zealand versus Poland, 33 years old to 34. 155 to 156, 5'10 to 6'0, 70-inch reach, 75.5-inch reach. He has a long reach over Mateusz Gamrot. I just wonder where Hooker's chin is. I know Gamrot's chin is nowhere, probably, they're probably on the same level as chin, because Gamrot gets dropped every fucking fight. His loss to Benil Dariush was actually pretty cool. It was a pretty fun fight. I saw the Armin Tsarukyan fight, and I thought Armin Tsarukyan beat him. And Armin Tsarukyan dropped him. He dropped Mateusz Gamrot, and they didn't count it. If I'm correct, Mateusz Gamrot has been dropped by every single one of his opponents in his last 5 fights. And I wouldn't be surprised if Dan Hooker drops him. It's funny because majority have this fight to go the distance. I have this fight to go the distance as well. But I think I like what Pick'em was saying. I think it's the under 3.5 or something where Dan Hooker wins a round. He's probably going to win 1 round. RDA was able to win 1 round, maybe the first round. I don't even think, maybe he didn't win the first round. Maybe they give him 30-27 because after RDA dropped after RDA dropped Mateusz Gamrot, he got control for over 4.5 minutes. So I don't think he even won that round. But I think Dan Hooker can win at least 1 round, guys. And I really want him to win. But I'm going to go Mateusz Gamrot to win this fight by unanimous decision, 29-28. Auckland, New Zealand versus Poland. Awesome fight on the main card. And I remember people were signing a petition to have Dan Hooker. Well, I saw on Twitter that people were saying that Dan Hooker said himself that people were signing a petition for him to fight on UFC 305. It'll be cool if Hooker, Kai, Izzy, and all like the New Zealanders win. But they are going up against very tough competition. So give me Mateusz Gamrot to win that 29-28. I think Hooker wins the second round. Kai Kara-France versus Steve Erceg. Kai Kara-France, Don't Blink versus Astro Boy. Steve Erceg is... Okay, I just said Dan Hooker was my favorite fighter. Steve Erceg is my favorite fighter, for real. Like, no joke. Steve Erceg versus Kai Kara-France, plus 194 Kai Kara-France, minus 230 for Steve Erceg. Perth, Australia versus Auckland, New Zealand. Not too far for both of them. 31 years old to 29. I know Kai Kara-France might be the hometown crowd favorite, though. Everybody's going to be on his side. 31 years old, 29. Flyweight division, 5'4 to 5'8. Erceg is huge for flyweight, bro. 69-inch reach to 68. It's crazy how Kai has a longer reach, though. I saw this earlier, and I was like, how does Kai Kara-France have a longer reach than Steve Erceg? Like, Erceg has pretty short arms for his height. Okay, I'm already here, so majority have this fight to go distance. No ifs and buts about it. I think this fight goes distance as well. Plus 190 for Kai Kara-France, minus 230 for Astro Boy. If you're going Astro Boy by finish, by KO, Kai Kara-France got TKO'd by a liver kick against Brandon Moreno. Let's see what round that was, though. I think that was third round. Yeah, third round. 4 minutes and 34 seconds. So, he can last, bro. He has heart. And he was getting whooped bad that fight. Prior to that, Askar Alaskov, Cody Garbrandt, he beat by KO. And then Rodrigo Bontorin, he beat him. So, he was on a good streak. I thought he beat Amir Abazi. Some judges had it 50-45. But remember where it was. It was in... where was that fight at? I don't know where that fight was at, but where it was at, those guys are biased towards him. UFC Fight Night. Oh, it was Las Vegas, Nevada. For some reason, I thought it was in Abu Dhabi because these motherfucking judges were mad biased, bro. They gave Amir Abazi every single round win. I thought Kai Kara-France won that fight. And then Kai Kara-France went on a hiatus for a year and 2 months, bro. Like, all because of bullshit judges. Well... however you want to score that fight. My opinion, I'm going to go with Steve Erceg to win this fight by unanimous decision. I think he's going to be faster. I think the only thing that was the thing that made him lose to Pantoja was the the takedowns. He shot a takedown in the 5th round. Why the fuck are you shooting a takedown in the 5th round against fucking Alexander Pantoja? I did a live bet on Steve Erceg, and that was a bad decision because I thought he was going to win that fight. I thought it was 2-2 going into the 5th. And then he gets control for the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of that round. Even him getting control for the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of that round, I still thought that he won at least round 2, 3, and 4. I'm not sure, though. But I know Pantoja had more control time, and he controlled him, and the 5th round is one of the most important rounds. So you have to win that fight if you're going to try to take it off the champ. So no shame in that. Minus 230, I'll take Steve Erceg to win this fight by 29-28 after losing the first round. Maybe even split decision, bro. I can see this fight going split decision. Being a sloppy fest, somebody gets cut open and a bunch of blood everywhere. And then, like, I see this fight being messy, bro. That fight is violent, bro. I see somebody getting cut open that fight. Main event, Dricus Du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya, guys. This is awesome, bro. Plus 110 for the underdog. Minus 135 for the challenger, Israel Adesanya. Champion versus challenger, South Africa versus Nigeria. They're both from South Africa. One's a colonizer, though. 30 years old to 35. 6'1 to 6'4. 76-inch reach to 80. When you're looking at topology, I always love to look at topology. I don't let it persuade my picks, but if you're going Izzy, it's by KO or decision. If you're going Du Plessis, it's by KO, submission, or decision, but majority of people have him to win by decision. I think this fight can go the distance. When we look at the odds, 30 years old to 35, 184, 184, 6'1 to 6'4, 76-inch reach to 80. This is what I really wanted to look at. The 76-inch reach to 80, I thought it was bigger. I thought there was a bigger discrepancy. I thought it was 73 to 80-inch reach. For some reason, I thought Israel Adesanya had an 81-inch reach, but he didn't. That's John Jones. Very long reach no matter what. Israel Adesanya lost to Sheen Strickland, and then he lost to Alex Pereira by punches standing TKO in the 5th round a year and 8 months ago. It's actually pretty fucking cool when you look at Izzy's resume, bro. One of the best resumes in UFC. 24-3-0. What an amazing resume, bro. Like, an amazing... Like, when I look at UFC resumes, this is one of my favorite resumes. And I know I'm going to be biased, but Dricus Du Plessis has been KO'd in the past. He's been KO'd one time, though, in the past against Robert Soldic. But that was in 2018. But he can get caught, guys. And I did not... And then when he lost a guillotine choke. So he lost by submission, and then he lost by KO. Izzy has never lost by submission. But he has been KO'd. Well, TKO'd. And then lost to Jan Blachowicz, and then lost to Poatan, and then he lost to Sheen Strickland by decision. That is the biggest determining factor, bro. 10 months and 4 weeks ago, they said that he was drinking. He got a DWI, I think, 2 or 4 weeks before his fight against Sheen Strickland. Sheen Strickland looks amazing in that training. In the open workouts, he looked really good. Israel Adesanya got dropped in the 1st round, and maybe he won the 2nd, but in my opinion, you could probably give it 50-45 other than the 2nd round for Israel Adesanya. But I think Dricus is definitely going to try to copy that game plan, but he's going to mix in some takedowns later on in the round. Against Strickland, DDP had a lot of trouble with that jab in the beginning, bro. The first, 2nd, and 3rd. I know they gave him 2, 3, and 4. They gave Dricus Du Plessis round 2, 3, and 4, and that's very important because, in my opinion, I thought Strickland won round 1, 3, and 5. So the most controversial round was the 3rd round. So if you look at this fight, Dricus was struggling with the jab 1st round. He threw some leg kicks. 2nd round, he was able to get a takedown, I believe. Win that round. Okay, that's his. 3rd round, very controversial round. Was struggling with that jab. His eye was getting swollen up. Throwing leg kicks, landing a little bit of an overhand right here and there. The 4th round, he definitely won. That's when Strickland got cut open. Strickland got cut open from a head clash, though. A head clash cut him open. And the 4th round, DDP won that. No ifs and buts about it. The 5th round, I give to Strickland no matter what. The way Strickland was able to have his cardio, get that 2nd wind, and come back from getting cut open with that head clash, and jab DDP's face off, had his eyes swollen as fuck, had this motherfucker looking like a chewed up toy, dog toy. and then he wins by split decision. I don't even know how the fuck he won that fight, bro. In my opinion, I don't even know how he... I mean, obviously, the overhand rights, the takedowns, but he didn't even control Strickland for more than 2 minutes. He didn't even control Strickland for more than 2 minutes. I'm going to rewatch that fight over again. I'm going to try to make sure how long control time he had in general. I don't think he had more than 5 minutes of control time. And if you're taking the takedowns, okay, he got 2 takedowns. He definitely won the 4th round. He definitely won the second round. But you would have to give him 2, 3, and 4 in order for him to win that fight. So he lost the 1st and the 5th. And then when Izzy loses, he lost the 5th against Poatan. And then he got dropped against the 1st in, like, by Strickland. So when you see that, it makes you think, bro, like, whoever wins that 1st round, bro, you gotta fucking win the fucking, like, you gotta win the 5th. Like, or, I don't know how to say this, but, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, if Izzy's down and he loses the 1st round, he's probably gonna lose the fight. Because Izzy is not good at coming back. He's like a Leon Edwards, bro. Or I don't know, bro, like, Izzy was too content with losing a decision rather than trying to come back and trying to finish Strickland. So Izzy cannot lose the 1st round, in my opinion. But he has lost the 1st round before. He lost the 1st round against Poatan, came back, 2nd round KO. I don't think DDP is going to fall for that trick, though. But DDP is definitely going to get worked. He's definitely going to get worked. In the striking department, he's going to get his ass whooped. So I'm going to go Izzy, 3rd round KO. Give me Izzy by KO. I know he could probably win by decision. I know Marvin Vettori was able to grab Izzy's leg kick and turn it into a takedown, but he wasn't. He was able to control him for a little bit, and then Izzy was throwing up his triangle and stuff, and then Izzy looks like a fish out of water sometimes on the ground when he gets controlled by a big dude like Jan Blachowicz, Marvin Vettori, but Marvin Vettori wasn't able to take him down or control him later on in that fight. I think he took him down one more time and controlled him for a little bit, but then later on in the fight, he wasn't able to do anything. Marvin Vettori was really good at wrestling, but I think DDP is a better wrestler. This is the best wrestler that Izzy has ever faced. I'm going to go Izzy by KO, guys. I know this is fucking crazy. I know this was a long breakdown, guys. Very long breakdown. Izzy by KO, 3rd round. My favorite card of this year. We've been having a lot of bullshit cards, a lot of bullshit decisions. Bilal Muhammad was champion, bro. Worst main event I've ever seen. But give me Izzy by KO, 3rd round. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe DDP wins this fight by decision, and he Russell fucks Izzy, but Izzy should be able to work him. He should be able to work him in the striking department and make him suffer and make him punish for winning that split decision in Canada. So, no biasism, though. Later on in the fight, I might do an official pick flip for this fight, but I'm going to go Israel Adesanya, 3rd round KO. Contender Izzy is a demon, and Contender Izzy never loses. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Longer video. What is this, a podcast? Like, I'm talking for 40 minutes. See you guys in the next one. Let's get it. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Finally, we have more fights, bro. This card is more fights. We had 10 fights last week. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.